everyone, welcome to our show. I've got a question today. This is something that I want to know, but I'm just going to read it out here. Why do women want all the dirty details about their ex's new life?
They're not over them. Plain and simple.
I think she's right. I think for the most part, you're not over them if you always want to know.
Yeah, because sometimes you're competitive to be the first one to be happy again, and after a breakup, and if they you want to find out if his new girlfriend is fugly, and
What's fug? Oh, never mind. I just figured out what fugly means. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that there's a little bit of that. You don't want them in a body cast in the hospital, but you want them to feel a little bit of pain about the loss of your relationship.
Absolutely.
So finding out what they're doing just kind of brings that back to you. That's like, oh, okay, they're not doing as great as I thought they might do.
Yeah.
Or they're doing really well, and then it's just, that's the trouble. If you put your nose into it too much and you find out how great they're doing, it can take you a lot longer to get over them.
It's just only going to hurt you more to dig into those details, to be honest. Usually it's best to part ways and just really part ways and do without them for at least a few months, so that they're totally off your mind. But sometimes we just get caught up in wanting them to know about us, and we want to know about what they're doing.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think sometimes the fact that we want to know what's going on in their life, we also want them to know what's going on in our life, how well we're doing without them.
Yeah, it's like a competition. It's like,
yeah,
who's going to be happier first? And women are very, and it's almost like a defense mechanism, I think, to make it known to their ex that I'm happy. Look at me. I lost all this weight. I
don't need you, you bastard.
I don't need you. and
but there's another thing. Why do women lose? Actually, some guys do too, but I find for the most part, women will go on this, okay, I'm going to look really good for the next time I see him, so I'm going to lose all this weight. I'm going to get my hair the color that he always wanted it. I'm going to do this. Why don't we do that right off the bat?
Anyways, yeah.
But isn't it true?
Yeah, you want to change characters almost when you break up. It's the thing. So it's like
maybe it's a good thing to break up then, because you change who you are. Maybe it's a stepping stone onto a life of where you really should be, because all of a sudden you're saying, now I'm doing all those things that my ex wanted me to.
Well, unless you're like Britney Spears and you're constantly changing your look, like
shaving your head,
dyeing it dark, putting extensions in, being blonde, being slightly chunky, being not chunky, and sometimes people go overboard with the overchanging for every time they have a heartbreak.
But do you think though that, because you brought up Britney Spears, do you think that's an age thing, that maybe as you get a little bit older, you're not doing quite the changes like that?
I think it exists in all age groups. I just think that the like my generation, for sure, it happens a lot more. But you see cougars out, and you see cougars.
Hey, watch it.
I'm just saying, you see them out.
Yeah, that's true. Or they've come out of a marriage and then they turn into
a cougar.
Something that they never, because there's lots of terms for cougar. Some people look at it as a compliment, and then other people look at it as it's very derogatory. So it depends when you call a woman that. Sometimes she gets really defensive.
Guys do it too, though. I mean, guys will, they'll cut their hair, or they'll go beef up at the gym after a hard breakup too. Or they'll put on a lot of weight.
Yes. But why do we want to know? Like, I think as women, wanting to know what our ex is up to is actually more heartbreak in a way, because if they are doing really well and better than us, because don't forget, we sit at home for at least a month eating Haagen-Dazs ice cream and crying over girly chick flicks, right? And guys were out dating right away for the most part. So why do we want to set ourselves up to see that they're doing better than us?
We're masochists.
That's
we really
it.
We're masochists.
That's the answer. Yeah. It's true, girls. I think the trick on getting past a relationship that's broken up is that guys don't sit there and ask as many questions as we do.
Yeah.
So it's not as hard, I think, for them to get over it, because they don't really know everything that's going on unless you're in a tight knit group of friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Usually it's guys let go a little bit easier. I mean, it's not that they're not thinking about it, they're not heartbroken about it, it's just they deal with it a lot differently than women do.
No, I know guys do get emotional and get heartbroken, but we'd like to see it once in a while, just to know that we actually meant something to you. And I think that's the reason that women do want to know so much about their ex, because they don't really know how the guy feels.
Yeah.
Does he really have remorse or a sadness or nostalgic feelings about the relationship that just ended? And I think that's why women want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
You learned from us. Bye.
People say